This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Gatorade Zero, the #1 proven electrolyte blend, made with zero sugar. Designed to hydrate better than water so you can lose more sweat and push more limits. Gatorade Zero, is it in you?
This is your reading from the wrong report card. Leader Fan Radio Network.
Buck up. I mean, come on.
And KFAN.com. 1 minute and 18 seconds past 3 o'clock. Central Daylight Time. Welcome back. Friday edition, Friday Football Beast edition of the Bumper to Bumper program on a nice and cool Friday afternoon here in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. My name is Dan Barreiro, the occasional host of the program. Guardsy produces the show, and you may be able to hear some background noise. That's the piped in with it and wow musical accompaniment to Vikings Friday afternoon practice, which is about to get real. Pads going on, right?
Looked like it, yeah. They just wrapped up a little walkthrough thing, and now the shoulder pads are on. Multiple players streaming by us to go to the one bathroom out here.
They were like all 5 of them in the same restroom. There's only one toilet. That must have been a little bit difficult, but they got it done. That's the most important, including J.J. McCarthy.
And I think
our number 1 quarterback.
I think J.J. was in line first, technically.
Yeah.
But I just watched a tackle named Justin School walk by us. I think JJ's letting his teammates go first.
He deferred.
That's the kind of guy he is.
That is the kind of guy he is. Well, especially if he's a lineman.
Yeah.
You got to let the lineman go ahead of you, right? You got to buy him Rolex watches, the whole bit.
Vershawn Lee, another lineman.
There you go.
Now JJ, hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, I hope he just hasn't left out of frustration with how things have gone. We will be here at TCO Performance Center until 6:30 tonight. There is a Harrison who's going to join the show. Turns out it's not Smith. It's Harrison Phillips today. Harrison Phillips. Could be Wilson Phillips.
Could be. Hold on for one more day.
Harrison Phillips. That'll be after practice. Ben Gessling after practice. We think and hope Lavelle at some point. We gave Lavelle some bonus time yesterday. But that is the guest lineup, at least as it's set up right now. So it's a little looser today, a little bit more tentative because of our practice location. Excellent crowd for Friday. Until recently, the seats were pretty much full.
Yep.
And they're still very well populated. And I say that with some trepidation today because I wonder if the Vikings gave any thought to just shutting it down from a fan standpoint, given how dangerous the air is.
So we're told.
We've been told stay out of it. We're told don't drive. We're told don't walk. We're told don't breathe outside. And yet, irresponsibly, the Vikings apparently say, come on in. You want to die on our watch? It's fine. No big deal.
It's a smoke super spreader right now.
That's exactly it. So, here comes the QB. Sprinting back now.
Should we start like a chant or anything?
Restroom for JJ.
Be careful going down the hill.
Yeah, though that will
not good on your meniscus.
That's a good point.
Man, he took that bank real hard.
Well, he's confident.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the test. He's healthy. There's not going to be any kind of recurring injury. You don't have to worry about that. Anyway, a good festive situation here today for us, and it'll be kind of a combo platter show. Some football, some baseball, leftover baseball, and a couple of other items before we wrap things up at the usual time, 6:30. One of our, I think, few Fridays out here over the years. I don't think we've been out here a lot of Fridays.
Not very often.
But it worked out that way today. I mentioned that we are indeed your reading from the wrong report card leader. My inspiration for this is actually Lori Fisher, who is a big-time executive producer.
Senior executive
producer at Fox 9, and helps us put together the Enough Said program, which appears on Fox 9 every Friday at 9:30. I think it's regular time tonight, and then 7:30 on the Plus.
Yep.
So she was asking, this might have been in the promo after we did our half-hour show that we tape every Friday day, and it runs Friday night. What kind of letter grade would you give the Twins for their various deals that they've made over the last several days, culminating in a historic day yesterday. And I said, there's something wrong with the question in that, and this is how I've seen a lot of jackals do it. Most of the quote, and I hate report cards anyway, but if you're going to do it, I don't think you can do it the traditional way, which is, let's evaluate each trade individually.
Right.
When you make this many deals, don't you have to come up with an overall letter grade? In all seriousness, which to me should be different than any individual letter grade where you say, well, that looks like you might have been able to get something or salvage something out of the deal. So I don't understand how you can go, oh, B-, B+. To me, you're missing the overall. You have to have, and maybe some people will defend all of it as a
concept, a group,
as a group activity. I'm not in that group, not at that level. But so to me, I guess what I'm saying is you can put individual letter grades of B or C, and I've seen a lot of that, and still to me come up with a very different letter grade for the whole concept of what the series of moves represents, right? Because I don't think you can just evaluate them individually. There has to be the context for each move is when you make this many is the entire structure of the moves and what it says about where you are and where you think you want to go, correct?
Yes.
That's the only letter grade that matters, not, well, in this deal, look like they actually did okay.
So you know how we could break it down, and I don't know if they did this when you were in school, but at the 5 colleges I went to,
yes,
you'd get the syllabus at the beginning of the semester, and actually in high school too, I'm sure they still do this, but you talk about tests are going to be 50%,
yeah,
attendance is going to be 10, homework is going to be 30, you do the math, it's 100% of your grade. Maybe these trades yesterday in total could be like 10% of the grade.
I can live with that.
So if you want to give a B- or a C+ to all of them, but the other 90% is everything that you just talked about, and in that case it'd be a D or an F, right, for a whole thing.
To me, it's got to be an F, but you want to give it a D-, that's okay too. I think maybe it's just the nature of ball guys.
Yeah.
They get aroused by report cards.
They love prospects.
Letter grades. They love letter grades.
Yep.
And they go, well, let's see. I go break this down. Well, this guy at AA did this, and he's ranked number 22 of all the prospects of the top 100, whatever the case may be. And that's fine and good, but come on. I mean, there has to be a more global, I think, perspective, big picture perspective. Is that macroeconomic or micro?
You need macro.
We need macro in this case.
Big picture would be macro.
Micro would be each deal.
Yes, specifically
judged individually. You gotta judge the whole, and the whole is a disaster. I don't know how it can look. And what's weird is I saw one of the Falvey interviews, and he goes, "Look, see some of the names we traded away. You didn't know who those people were when we got them in similar deals, right? And there's some truth to that.
Not wrong, but
the but is not when this many are traded away at the same time, and not, frankly, when, and this is the part that is a complete reversal of what has tended to be the conservative Twins philosophy, as much as we hate it about not spending much, is, well, the time to move on guys, some of these guys, might be in their final year.
Right.
Or maybe we're down to a year and a half, whatever, but not when we have 2 years or 3 years, or in the case of, I think Varland,
5.
10 years, for God's sake. 5, actually, you're right. So that's a reversal of their own philosophy anyway. So none of it fits to me. You can't, to me, explain it away by a couple people in this deal that you've never heard of now, talk to me in 5 years. Because, again, individually, that might be true. But as a whole, where are we now?
Right.
And how many years is it going to take us to get to a place where that one guy being that good is even relevant or matters?
Where are we going? What is the plan? They have the lineup out for tonight. I recognize some of the names. I don't have it right in front of me. There's a few guys that you might remember.
You know what we're going to hear tonight? All we got's each other, guys.
Yeah, right.
Let's just rally around each other.
What was the Molitor-Springsteen quote that he put on? Remember? Because they sold in 2017 when we got the last wild card that time.
Yeah.
They sold a bunch of guys, and he put some quote on the board.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. Is there a Fish quote that Rocco could put up there?
I'm sure there is.
Or one of his musicians.
I'm sure there's got to
Yeah,
be.
of course that's what we're going to hear tonight.
Lester Bagley, ladies and gentlemen.
He
I was
lives.
just asking him about him the other day. There he is.
He lives.
He's still here.
He looks busy.
He looks busy. He looks good.
Confident.
He looks healthy.
Yep.
Doesn't he?
He does look healthy. He's always looked healthy.
He looks robust.
Yeah.
I think that's the word association game with
Robust.
Bagley. Robust.
Yep.
There's no question about that.
He did his job.
Well, yeah. That's a lifetime job.
Yep.
I mean, you do that once in your life. It's like if you make one movie that's good enough,
Right.
you don't really have to make any more.
I mean, James Cameron is still making Avatars, I think.
Think about it.
Even though people haven't loved the last four.
I still don't think he's living check to check either. Is
Probably
he?
not,
You
no.
think he's run out of money?
Probably not. No.
I doubt it. You think Lester's run out of money? I
No.
doubt it.
No, he's
I think
good.
It's very, very unlikely.
He's
That's very,
good.
very true, Davey. All right. You want to reach us today? Twitter or X is the better handle. Dan Barreiro, KFAN, or Guardsy, KFAN, correct? With a Y.
Just Guardsy.
Just Guardsy. Oh, no KFAN. That's right.
Right.
You got too many other jobs to put the KFAN part in. And you can reach out to us that way. Leftover opinions on the Twins. We're going to keep an eye on Vikings practice to see if we can have any sort of progress when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, which has been a bit of a troubling issue to this point early in Week 1. Remember, a week from tomorrow, first preseason game, day game, I think.
I think that's
Hosting,
right. Against Houston.
Is it Houston?
Yeah.
And I'm expecting McCarthy to play, but we'll see. Guardsy, when we come back, is going to be able to give us a bit of a bird's eye view on what he observed of the other JJ, Justin Jefferson, earlier today. And we'll set up the rest of what should be, I think, a very fast-moving, perhaps even robust. If a program can be robust, this one just might be it.
Gatorade Zero, the #1 proven electrolyte blend, made with zero sugar. Designed to hydrate better than water so you can lose more sweat and push more limits. Gatorade Zero, is it in you?
Life moves fast. A new home, a new baby, a new chapter. But without an estate plan, your future's still vulnerable. With Trust and Will, you can name guardians, start a trust, create healthcare directives, and more. All online in about an hour. It's attorney-designed, state-specific, and built to protect what you love. Plans start at just $199, and every plan is safe, secure, and kept completely private. From families with young kids to adults caring for aging parents, Trust and Will makes it simple to take control, without a law office, paperwork stress, or court delays. Go to trustandwill.com and use code RADIO to save 20%. Start your plan today. Don't wait for life to force your hand. Estate planning is one of the smartest, most loving things you can do. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
Back in a minute.
Man.
Friday Football Beast continues from TCO Performance Center. It's kind of looks like some calisthenics going on, a couple of individual little drills and position stuff. The QBs are right in front of us.
Yeah.
All wearing the red jerseys, all looking a bit shell-shocked. And you saw the other JJ.
I did.
Kind of working out on his own with a trainer of some sort, Justin Jefferson?
Yeah,
earlier?
the same field where the quarterbacks are. When I was walking in about 2:20,
Yeah.
JJ was out there, and he actually just left probably about 5 or 10 minutes
What do
ago.
you mean left?
Well, left the practice
Oh, okay.
field. I'm sure he's over there somewhere. But
He should stay out here.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
He's attacking his rehab. He's locked in on the mental reps.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what other KOC cliche
There
I
was
could
not
say.
a noticeable limp.
No, but he wasn't really opening it up much.
Yeah.
The last thing he was doing was kind of jogging and then almost like pretending like he was at the top of one of his routes and
Okay.
getting ready to shuffle his feet and make some kind of cut, but he never really made any of those cuts.
All right.
He also did a bunch of stuff just trying to like make contested catches. He had one guy kind of jostling him on the sideline,
Yes, yeah.
just standing there very stationary trying to make over-the-shoulder catches, but he was at least out here doing something, which I don't know how much of that. That's the first time I've seen him. Now, we're not out here every single day, and we haven't been out here since Tuesday. But he was at least out there jogging and trying to do a few things to get himself going.
Okay, so once we get to any kind of meaningful activity, we'll let you do some play-by-play, which I know you like to do every once in a while, and it might be helpful to the listeners.
Got some target practice going here for the quarterbacks. They were just throwing into
is that right?
the target nets.
Who's winning? Brosmer, I'm sure.
I didn't see one Brosmer pass not hit one of the targets and get caught.
Think about it. By the way, speaking of quarterbacks, did you see what Brad Johnson's up to tonight?
No, I did see there was a story about him that Alec Lewis retweeted, but I haven't read it yet.
Brad Johnson tonight will vie for the Pop-A-Shot National Championship. Apparently he's a Pop-A-Shot freak.
Yep.
Taking something like, what was the stat I saw? I think Johnny Athletic had it. Is this possible? Practicing 17,000 shots a day?
That's very possible. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's just a Pop-A-Shot.
Yeah. He's got the form. I saw a video of it. He's got the form down about his frequency, how many shots he gets off. He's got a system that seems to be very effective for him. It's not enough. He's already got a Super Bowl ring, right?
Right.
He apparently wants another title. Pop-A-Shot championship.
Where do they do that?
Good question.
And I wonder who he's competing against.
I think he's in the finals, I believe, but maybe there's more than one. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, he played basketball at Florida State too, right? Like Charlie Ward?
He did. We talked about that.
Yeah,
he's a hoop guy from way back.
He also on his Instagram or Twitter does a bunch of like trick shots. I think that started maybe during COVID.
Yes.
And he started doing that as well. Has a sneaky good personality for a guy that
he does.
Is pretty understated, right?
Yes, exactly right.
He's not really over the top, but he's got a pretty good sense of humor and a pretty good sense of kind of vibe.
An athletic writer named Daniel Brown has a huge piece on this.
Yes, that's the one Alec retweeted.
That's the one. Brad Johnson stumbled across a broadcast of the Pop-A-Shot National Championship last year. He's watching the game watching it on a big stage. Felt like 2 quarters dropping into the coin slot of his heart. With each rhythmic, rapid-fire shot, the former QB felt a renewed desire to reach the zenith of sport again, like when he won the Super Bowl. So Friday night, he will be one of 8 remaining competitors participating in this year's Pop-A-Shot National Championship in, somehow not Indianapolis, it's Orlando. I have no idea how it's not in Indianapolis. He competed in a regional qualifier in May in St. Louis, finished with the 3rd highest score of the event by 3 points, but was awarded a wild card invitation to the national tournament. I wonder, do you think he got in legitimately, or do they say from a public relations standpoint,
right,
we can't possibly go wrong if we don't find a way to include Brad Johnson, right?
Well, I think
this story ain't being written.
No, exactly right. I think you have your answer right there. It's like the billionaire that just got the tennis wild card, except in this one, Brad, it seems like, is fairly legit. That he's at least tried to compete at a different level before he got here.
This is like Top Gun, the best of the best, televised by ESPN2 tonight.
Of course, yeah. Where else would he have seen it?
These Pop-A-Shot guys, I know they're training like no other to do this. He bought a Pop-A-Shot machine for his home in January, and then began shooting as many as 1,700 shots a day. I honestly, over the years, was tempted to get one of these.
Yeah.
But my problem with it is I think I'd become too obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it would take away from my reading. I think it would take away from a lot. I don't know. I could be wrong, but when I'm in front of them, they're. Hell, we had one for a while.
Yes.
Remember in the storeroom?
Yes. We used to bring it out.
And even when it was in there a couple times, I just start, with nobody else around, I just start shooting. It's very inviting.
They had those at a couple different Final Fours that AJ and I went to. And
did you go nuts on it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's hard not to.
The two of us, and I think there may have even been some type of competition, and he ended up, people were coming around from all over the country at different tables to come see AJ shoot, because he could hoop. AJ was a good basketball player, but he got the system going, probably like Brad Johnson. And so we had a couple of epic battles, but you're right.
Bet, yeah.
It was, okay, we've got 8 minutes before Greg Gard's coming over.
It's perfect.
Let's go shoot for a few, and then we'll wait. It's
right there.
All weekend we were doing that. Eventually, your arm starts to get tired. You start to get like tennis elbow, and your tricep starts hurting because you're just flinging it.
Does it hurt the average aging Vikings fan that Brad Johnson, like Kevin Garnett, went someplace else and won a Super Bowl? I mean,
I don't think so.
Well, he was actually a decent quarterback here for a while.
He was.
I think any reminder that guy left here and then won the grand prize, I think it's among older Vikings fans. I bet you it still annoys him now that I'm reminding him. Maybe they hadn't thought of it until I brought it up.
Yeah, maybe not, because he got hurt the first game of the 98 season or the second game.
Very early, yeah.
He played the Tampa Bay game, and I think threw 3 touchdowns when we routed the Bucs in week 1. It's sick that I can remember that. And I can't remember who we play, week 2 this season. But I don't think we're haunted by it, because Randall had a good year. Then he probably moved on after that, right?
Johnson, true. That's true. Johnson qualifies as an underdog given his wild card status and his lack of tournament experience. Do you really need Papa-Shot tournament experience?
It's different when the lights are on.
The lights are
yes.
on. But he's played when the lights were on.
That's true.
Of course, it's a different sport.
But it's just him out there. Yeah, he doesn't have a full team. He doesn't have the Tampa Bay Bucs defense to help him out. It's just him.
I wonder if there's any other former big-time professional athletes who've gotten fascinated with Papa-Shot and ended up, participating. I'm kind of curious about that. The arcade game was born in 1981.
Okay.
That's apparently when it was invented. A college coach named Ken Cochran invented Papa-Shot to amuse the boys and girls attending his sports camps on the Kansas Wesleyan University campus. He's got to be a billionaire.
You would hope.
If
he had the right patents and had the right things that he needed.
That's true. I didn't even think of that. That's very possible. Lone basket with a 14-inch rim and a 7-inch ball. Standard rims are 18 inches, and men's basketballs are 9 inches in diameter. So Papa-Shot, it's a 14-inch rim.
Okay.
And like at the State Fair, which is right around the corner, I've always felt like the rims seem awful live there.
Yes.
Is that purposeful?
Of course.
In order to make it more difficult?
Yes, of course. I mean,
you never get a delicate touch.
No.
You never even get, I don't think, a shooter's touch at the State Fair in Papa-Shot.
Flip was honestly the only person I knew that could ever consistently do it.
To the point where they banned them.
That's right.
They had to reach a point where you can't. You here, take 2 of our best animals, stuffed animals. Brought one of them over to us, which we still have somewhere, and then said you got to go now because otherwise you're going to put us out of business.
Because most people know, first of all, the Carney games that they're going to be rigged against you. And once you do it once, I think you probably get frustrated and you move on.
Yes.
Because I don't remember doing it all that often, but Flip was not daunted by it. And he would do it every single time at the State Fair and win.
It was uncanny.
The only guy I know that could do that.
Do they have, are they fancying it up now? Is there a 3-point? If you shoot from further back, do you get an extra point?
Probably not.
I don't think they've done that yet.
Because speed is the key to the Papa-Shot. You need the ball to come out, down the chute and get back to you.
Cochran sold his Papa-Shot business to a Silicon Valley executive in 2016. Tony Stucker apparently was the guy who bought it, living in San Mateo, burned out working for several tech startups when he began looking online for a business he could buy. His search turns up Papa-Shot there for the taking. Cochran had been trying to sell the company for over a year before I even found it. Different people had kicked the tires, but the business really hadn't done much throughout the decade. I'm looking for a price. Cochran died in 2017, a month shy of his 85th birthday. Stucker guided Papa-Shot into the online market company, engineered licensing deals with several dozen NCAA teams.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Stucker said several NBA players, including D'Angelo Russell, have the home game. But I don't see. I'm very curious what the price would have been.
Right.
Now maybe he was not able to establish it, or maybe I'm going through this story too fast.
Probably a couple mil.
Yeah, very possible, to be honest with you. So there's something to watch tonight. ESPN2. I might flip through it.
They've had some interesting things
if the
this
choice
month.
is Twins tonight, or Brad Johnson Papa-Shot, I'm going Brad Johnson Papa-Shot. At least I'll recognize the guy taking the shots.
That's true. There have been, these are the months where ESPN really goes niche, right?
Yes.
In our house, we've watched the Dart Championships. And then a couple of weeks ago, they had pillow fighting.
Are you serious?
Like in a ring with actual pillows. Swear to God.
Pillow fighting?
Yes, and they had matchups and favorites and.
Well, how do you score points in there?
By hitting in the head, I think, or by landing blows.
I see.
But they're blocking the pillows.
Helmets?
No helmets.
No helmets.
No.
Isn't that wouldn't that be how sturdy are the pillows?
They looked mid.
Okay.
Not crazy.
Not too soft,
not
too
too
hard,
firm.
somewhere in between?
Yeah, I think.
All right.
It was strange, but it was serious. I mean, they were locked in, the fighters.
Are you trying to?
No, I'm not at all. I'm not at all. You can
I honestly
Google it.
had not ever heard of that.
We watched it for far longer than I care to
You can tell
even
it's
admit.
August.
Yeah, totally. This was, late July.
Late July, yeah.
Pillow fighting.
Wow. All right, let's get caught up. We'll take a pause here. And as I said, we'll continue to monitoring. We're still in, individual, position drills, right?
Yep.
And eventually, I assume we're going to be doing a little bit of scrimmaging, unless the head coach, and I want to talk about a couple things he said earlier, has too much trepidation.
You've seen enough
to actually scrimmage in a meaningful way, or at least have offense versus defense. Back from TCO next during the
Gatorade Zero, the #1 proven electrolyte blend, made with zero sugar. Designed to hydrate better than water so you can lose more sweat and push more limits. Gatorade Zero, is it in you?
Life moves fast. A new home, a new baby, a new chapter. But without an estate plan, your future's still vulnerable. With Trust and Will, you can name guardians, start a trust, create healthcare directives, and more. All online in about an hour. It's attorney-designed, state-specific, and built to protect what you love. Plans start at just $199, and every plan is safe, secure, and kept completely private. From families with young kids to adults caring for aging parents, Trust and Will makes it simple to take control, without a law office, paperwork stress, or court delays. Go to trustandwill.com and use code RADIO to save 20%. Start your plan today. Don't wait for life to force your hand. Estate planning is one of the smartest, most loving things you can do. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. It's a showdown in the desert this Saturday as the Lynx head to Las Vegas to take on the Aces. Tip-off at 2 p.m. You can catch every play, every bucket, every big moment right here on the Fan and the Lynx station on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ordinarily, I would think that the low dew point indicates low corn sweat numbers as well.
Yeah.
Or can haze be blamed? We know a lot of that's fires, but can corn sweat also contribute to the high haze we have today?
I guess it
I don't
could,
know.
but I doubt it.
You don't think it does?
I don't think it does, but I'm a very poor corn sweat
You're the
mind.
last person to know.
Yes.
You haven't really researched it all that much. have you?
No. I think I was out when you were talking about it for those couple of days.
So, as I understand it, the economic indicator report that comes out on Fridays, or at the end of the year, or at the beginning of the new, I should say end of the year, end of the month, the beginning of the new month, were not very favorable in terms of jobs.
That's what it sounds
Rather
like.
tepid numbers. And as I understand it, the President of the United States did what any president would do. He decided to fire the individual who put out the report. I'm not making it up.
No,
right?
you're not.
I'm not making it up. Big, long, Truth Social deal, Biden appointee. We're making up the numbers as we go. We're getting false narratives being set. So, and by the way, the individual who was fired apparently was the senior Census Department economist, I should say, during Trump's first term. So it's just, there's a lot of ways to do it. You go, well, that wasn't the job report we wanted, or we said, well, let's shoot the messenger. It's just. So she's out.
Yep.
She's gone. I'm be curious to see how her first interview goes. And as I understand it, let me see if I can find it. Oh, there's a couple other nuggets to get to here. 73,000 job gains in July, and of that, it's almost all healthcare. Apparently, that's $55,000.
That's who Bagley was going to get, Nico Medved.
Is that
and his wife, Erica, yeah.
So you were right.
New basketball. Well, I didn't know Bagley was showing him around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay.
That's good. That's good.
So, as I said, $55,000 out of the $73,000 is in health care, and the numbers are a bit concerning, but here's... I don't know why I ask you this question, but I'm going to anyway. Let's say you're Donald J. Trump for a minute.
Yeah.
And let's say you're convinced that you're awfully good at what you do. Mm-hmm. Awfully good. Does that still not allow for the possibility that forget, out of 100, let's just say one, so 99 is the right way, that 1 out of 100 might not be going your way, and that you, to a certain extent, okay, I mean, I think I should already be on Mount Rushmore. There's Republicans who want to put me on Mount Rushmore.
And rename buildings after me.
And rename buildings and boats and lakes and oceans and so forth. But they kind of got me on this one. Okay, we're going to work. It's a little sluggish. Maybe we're going to try to work on a couple other things. Or I'll blame it on the Fed. Maybe I can blame it on the Fed, for God's sake.
Mad at the Fed.
As opposed to, nope, this is unacceptable. So instead of anybody concentrating on the numbers, I'm going to pretend they're no longer going to concentrate on the numbers when all this does is the opposite, by literally firing the person who just collates this stuff.
Right.
It's just statistical numbers. And let me ask you another question. When the numbers have been really good, and they had been good for a while, they were slowing a bit.
Yeah.
Didn't hear much. The same person collated them.
Right.
Saying, here's the indicators we look at, and we're putting them on a piece of paper, and then we're going to release it. What about then? It's in all seriousness.
I know. I wish I had a response.
It's so comical.
I wish I had, an explanation.
Maybe I should ask it this way. If I talk to Trump supporters, say, can you consider the possibility that your guy, if there's 100 things he's done, 99 of them have been profound and great for the country? That, yeah, I got to admit, there's still a chance one thing might not be perfect. So that's what I asked. I don't. Maybe those folks are incapable of thinking that way as well. It's so bizarre to me.
It's very strange. I think you got a video playing on your phone. There we go. It's all right. As long as there's no swearing, we shoot. It's not a Ken Patera video, is it?
Yeah, it might. That's what you never know.
It could be. Scary. Yeah, you want to be careful.
That's the scary part. And
it was an interesting response today to that news.
Well,
for sure.
Then you get back to, is the other half of the country now going to trust any of the numbers that the person you appoint? Because now,
and who wants this job now?
Well, yeah,
because it's got to be great all the time, right?
So if it's got to be great all the time, what do? You just make up the numbers,
I guess,
or you emphasize other numbers.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, that you want to talk about pressure?
That's what I mean. Who wants that? Now, someone will take it. He'll find somebody, but. Yeah, if it's just got to be good news all the time, that's a tough bar. That's a tough bar to keep clearing.
I would think it would be, but that's just me. Let me see if I can find the other one I was looking for here. No, that's a federal judge or relating. Oh, this is somebody. Who is this guy? The business editor from Axios, which I know means it'll be dismissed by half the country right away. That lays out Trump ordering removal of BLS commissioner because of weak jobs report. She was a senior Census Department economist during Trump's first term. This sets a very dangerous precedent since it basically gives marching orders to future BLS commissioners.
Basically.
No one should want this. And that's the question, is you can go with it, but no one, like I said, your 50% is going to believe it.
Right.
And the other 50% is going to be even more suspicious of it than they otherwise would, right? That's the problem.
Right.
It's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. What are we doing? When are we going to start? So the rumor is we might be going a little long for practice today?
Yeah.
Is that the unconfirmed report?
Yeah, unconfirmed report, but that was the speculation a little bit earlier that they've been going to about 4:10, 4:15 while we've been out here.
Yes.
So we'll see. They're on period 4 right now, it looks like. Usually they've been going 9, 10, or 11 periods. So we'll see how we want to handle it, because you're right. KOC today, I think, was talking about how he needed to see a response from his offense a little bit.
Yeah, he said it in very understated KOC terms.
Right.
Which probably means his hair's on fire.
Right. Well, we were here Tuesday when he was lighting them up.
What's happening? Because he did say, I think the quote was, we need to see a little bit more pushback or more response from the offense, which would seem to be an acknowledgement.
Yes.
Now, he's probably better off not going for 8-alarm fire.
Which he did say
panicky.
eventually. Basically said, sky's not falling.
Yeah, right.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
But I liked what he said about, because someone maybe asked him about the celebrations that the defense is doing, where Dwight McGlothern is running across the field and handing the ball to JJ, Justin Jefferson.
Do they call taunting penalties with the refs in practice? During scrimmaging? Do they have refs
probably during
taunting?
scrimmaging, yeah. But maybe not during the 7-on-7 stuff
7-on-7 drills,
or whatever they're doing. But I liked what he said there, though. He goes, if the offense is annoyed, there's one way to stop it, basically. And I might be saying it with a little more edge, but basically, don't let them intercept you. Don't let them sack you. Then they can't celebrate. Stop them, basically. I like that.
Let me ask you a philosophical football question that is now rearing its head this weekend, especially because this weekend, former Viking great Jared Allen will be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And Jared has had some fun with the belief on his part that he should hold the all-time season sack record, and that the only reason he does is that on one occasion when he sacked Aaron Rodgers in that season, it ended up being credited as what they call in the business a team sack.
Which I'd forgotten this.
And I completely had too.
Yeah.
And he said it doesn't make any sense. Now, somebody put together his comments on it with Aaron Rodgers in a Steelers ball cap, I think.
The Vikings did this video.
Okay.
Yeah.
They must have done it. And Rodgers agrees with Jared Allen.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not Strahan. It's not, who's the other? I don't remember who the other one is.
Was it TJ Watt, maybe?
Might have been.
Or JJ?
I don't remember which one it was, but he's saying, I think that was a legitimate sack taken away from Jared Allen. Now, try to take off your purple blinders for a second.
Yes.
And let's talk about this play a little bit, because I had also forgotten about it. But the play is part of the video package.
Yes.
You get to see the play. And the play is Rodgers fades back to throw. He is under some pressure.
From Allen.
He loses the ball, right?
Yep. Yes.
Then he recovers the ball, but on the ground, and then Allen falls on top of him.
Yes.
I don't think that should be an individual sack.
Really?
No. I mean, if I'm being honest about it, because to me that's different. I think they called it a fumble or a muff, whatever, and that interval in the play to me makes it feel like that's the very definition of what should be a team sack, even though he was the guy who provided the pressure. I get that.
Yeah, that's
I don't think that's a sack.
I guess I hadn't split the hairs.
If you fumble, you fumble. That changes everything.
But why should an individual be punished for Aaron Rodgers just fumble? If he's closest there.
Yeah. He's not being punished. It's just the rule.
He still had to make. He is being punished because he doesn't have the record.
Well, yeah, big deal. He's still in the Hall of Fame.
He's still in the Hall of Fame. He's going in because he was the only guy there the whole time. There was nobody else on the team there.
I had no recollection of this play.
I don't remember what year it was from. Whatever year they're going through, it had to have been one of Jared's last here.
Yes.
It was a great video by Rodgers, though.
It was.
See, that's the Rodgers you like, right?
Self-deprecating.
Yeah, I mean, he's having fun with the fellas.
Well, he's done that. This might be part of. My guess is he went back into the cave, and he said, "All right, maybe I need to sort of, mix it up a little bit and take myself slightly less seriously, or throw everybody off the track by pretending to take myself less seriously for like 6 months."
Yeah.
Because he did it. What was the other thing? His response to Terry Bradshaw ripping him about, stay in California and keep eating bark.
Oh, yeah, I missed that.
His reaction, A-Rod's reaction was highest road possible. Terry's a legend. He's probably read some stuff that some's true, some of it's not. He's getting carried away with it. I'd love to sit down and talk to him. I'd love to get to know him better. I mean, it couldn't have been any more high road.
Very smart.
So he goes high road there. He sucks up to Vikings fans here and to Jared Allen. So does he mean anything or any of this? Probably not. But nevertheless, I think it's maybe his attempt to soften up his image of being very interested in his ego and self-importance.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as team sacks, honestly. I must not look at the numbers as closely as you do.
Well, I know this. Harrison Phillips is supposed to join us in the 4.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, what if I ask him, he's going to say, hell yes, that's Jared Allen's sack.
Yeah.
I still might ask him. But
He might be a team guy, though, too. He's very team.
That's what I'm going to find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Could that be a team sack or not? And that's something, what ball guy we having on today? Gessling, eventually?
Gessling, and then, Lavelle.
Maybe
eventually.
he can, because I don't know if I've ever done a deep dive on the team sack concept. And I think what makes it doubly juicy is during the game, they credited the sack to Allen.
Oh, and they took it away.
The next week.
That's right. Replay.
It goes back to New York.
Yeah.
And they go, no, that's not. The ball was out that's a team sack. That's not an individual sack. Man, it's not really held him back. I mean, he's going.
No, he's fine. Well, maybe he would have been first ballot though. Maybe he would have been earlier.
Yeah, because he was not happy about not getting in last year.
Yeah,
call it.
Those were the days, though.
What sport is he playing now?
He's curling.
He's curling guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's curling.
Is he going for the Olympics again? I can't remember.
Probably.
Is he still in it?
I don't know about that.
He looks like he's in great shape.
Well, he got sick. He had some type of.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
I missed that.
Don't quote me on exactly what it was, but he lost a bunch of weight really fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was like an infection or whatever, so I shouldn't even speculate, but part of it was he got sick and lost a bunch of weight, and then he's healthy now, and he's been able to keep it off. And all these guys, too, once they get done now, a lot of them have such great discipline, they just drop the weight like that.
That's also.
But that was part of it. But, yeah, he is a lot lighter than his playing days, for sure.
Big time, yeah.
And he wants to ride horses all the time. You got to be, a little leaner to ride on the horse.
He is a real horse guy.
He's a cowboy.
Yeah, he's a cowboy.
Yeah,
he's not a fake cowboy.
No.
Larry Mondello guy with a question regarding our Papa Shot conversation. Brad Johnson is one of the, 6?
Thought 8.
8 finalists who will participate in the National Papa Shot contest as televised by ESPN2 in Orlando, Florida. Mandela guy wants to know whether there's a Papa Cheap Shot national tournament. A Papa Cheap Shot. I'd love to.
Well, he gets 1,700 of those up a day, like Brad Johnson does.
That's very, very true.
Yep.
How do you feel about the Creasel father-in-law email? From Derek Falvey.
Yeah.
To apparently season ticket holders.
I mean, I should probably read it. You want to read it? My initial reaction, and we'll talk about it, is what do you want them to say?
Yeah.
What do you expect them to say? That would be. I'm not surprised by any of it.
Yeah.
That's my initial reaction, but go ahead and maybe outline.
So, and this is a letter from Falvey.
Yes.
Dated today. Dear Tom, this week we made a clear and deliberate decision to strengthen the next chapter of championship caliber baseball for the Twins. We didn't make service moves. We acted with purpose. That meant adding players who can help now, deepening our talent pipeline for 2026 and beyond, and reinforcing the foundation for long-term success. This wasn't about patchwork or small adjustments. It was about holding ourselves to the standard we expect. The season so far hasn't met the mark. We knew it was time to respond. We've bolstered our pitching. We've added arms ready to contribute now, along with others on the cusp of breaking through. Rotations gain depth, and the minor league system behind it has become even more robust, with emerging there's that word again, with emerging talent pushing the group forward. On the position player side, we brought in impact potential. It's a new term I hadn't heard. Impact potential. Players with the tools to grow into everyday contributors, raise the overall ceiling of the roster. Foundation's getting stronger and stronger. We believe the next wave is starting to take shape. We know moves like this spark reactions. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it. I can't get the last sentence there. Here it is. That's natural. It reflects how much you care. That's why we're positioning the Twins to compete at a higher level, not just in the short term, but in a way that can endure the ups and downs of a long season. That's the kind of team you deserve. Mission hasn't changed. We're here to build a team that can win a World Series. This is the next push. Thank you for your support. It's your passion that drives us every day.
Yeah.
Derek Falvey. Yeah, I guess. It's just there's so many questions to go with that.
Of course.
It's just so many. It sounds wonderful the way it's written.
Yep.
But it leaves so many unanswered questions. You could drive a truck through it as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not even a ball guy. But we'll see.
It's probably, for a lot of these things, not even worth doing them, right?
Right.
Like the season ticket letter, the thank you fans at the end of the season. Like everybody, it's just one of those things everybody does. We joke on Enough Said tonight, or I did, about the poor social media person yesterday that just had
thank you.
Keep building thank you graphics
thank you.
for 50 players.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll always remember you.
Yes.
Like, like, that's nice, that's fine. Or, like, even, remember when the Timberwolves, when they fired Ryan Saunders and did the big thank you Ryan thing? It's like, everybody, because some people do it or everybody does it, then everybody thinks, well, we got to do it, even though a lot of times it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Like, that email, no matter what Falvey says,
it wouldn't matter.
It's not going to be received well, so I guess it's, why would you even do it?
Why bother with it? And he probably, my guess is he wanted to do it because he knows what the reaction's going to be, and so he's going to try to bring, from his standpoint, a measure of baseball intellect and sanity to the discussion. And even as he acknowledges a lot of the pushback as well. So I don't know. I like you said, what's he going to say? Do I think it's going to have any meaningful impact on how people view this franchise? I don't.
No, it's not.
And I don't think it's going to make any difference. And, to a certain extent, he's stuck because of who he works for. And that's what this all kind of comes back to.
Correct.
No matter who decreed whatever was done here, the amount of money we save. Oh, by the way, a couple people have said we need Gleeman on. We've been trying, and it looks like we're going to have him on early next week. Is it Monday?
That's the plan. Don't know for sure yet.
We don't know for sure. We're working towards
he's coming
Monday.
in studio.
If it was up to us, he'd already have been on, but he's been fairly busy. So we are aware of the Gleeman factor, and hopefully we can include him in the mix next week as well. Early is the tentative plan. We'll see how that goes. Because the truth is, they did shave, considerable payroll, right?
Yeah.
Over the next several years,
yes.
Obviously starting with the Correa deal. But not just.
What do you think of the conspiracy theory that the new owner is already pulling puppet strings?
Well, we talked a little bit about that yesterday.
This is what we want to do. We want a fresh set of downs when we start. And hey, maybe that does include you, Derek, or Will. You're part of the future, or whatever. That's the other thing. I mean, Derek's operating. Who knows what assumptions he's operating?
No question.
Under. Like, I'm sure
that's the X.
He didn't want to do this. Probably when you think about, he doesn't know if he's going to have a job next year either, if there's a sale or the year after. So he's in a weird spot that way, but there's some conspiracy theorists that think new owner people have already said, strip it down, we'll buy it, and then we'll figure this out when we get it, but do it that way.
We talked about that with Lavelle yesterday, and I think it's so extreme, it's so historic, that I guess you could make that argument that something extra has to explain the biggest sell-off in the history of this team, and maybe even in the history of baseball. And yet, it's hard for me to believe that a new owner, even if he I get it on Correa, actually, and I even get it on some of these moves. I just don't think it's rational when you strip yourself of so many arms in the bullpen, of relievers who are not old, relievers who are not expensive, and relievers with whom you have so much contract control for such a period of time. If you're a new owner, you're going, no, I want some of that. So that's the part to me that doesn't make sense, because it sounds good to say bring it all the way down. If you think you're going to walk in and be able to make a splash that way, you're not. I just don't think that's likely. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get answers at some point, but we don't have them yet. How are we looking?
Looks like we're getting together for some team stuff here. There's the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
He looks worried again.
Walking by.
He's always got a big bag in his hand. What's in the
It's his binoculars, and I'm guessing game notes, flip cards. It's a lot of his play-by-play stuff.
Well, doesn't he ever believe in like a little shoulder bag or
Actually, I don't know what's in that bag. That looks
backpack
like a Cub Foods bag. No, it looks like it's a work bag.
Yeah, but it's not. It's kind of a.
Maybe it's easier to search when he brings it in.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah,
That's
maybe he
true.
brings what he needs, so they can just search it quickly.
Before the top of the hour break, do we have time for you to do a little play-by-play, or is it too soon? What do we got going?
No, we got time. It looks like, they're going good on good here. Is that JJ? It's got to be, right? Yep, no. Vikings offense. That's McCarthy. Looks like he's in the shotgun snap.
Yeah.
CJ Ham is in motion left. Now he comes back right. Looks like he's getting ready to block, and he is. It's a handoff. That's Aaron Jones. Stuck behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 3.
He got nowhere. He might
have gained 1.
2nd and 13.
Great moments in a kick-ass offense. Should we start doing that for training camp?
We might have to. I never thought it would come to that. Let's see if we can get one more in.
Yeah, we will.
Or 2 before
JJ's going to the wristband. He's going to the wristband now as they're about to break the huddle.
So it's still JJ at QB?
Yep, still JJ. It looks like, they didn't give him much there, if anything.
No, I think that was -1.
So now it's second and long. JJ's under center this time.
Oh, nice. I like it. I like him better under center.
I can't see who's out there with him.
Let's
he sends
see.
somebody in motion. That's Hawkinson.
Uh-oh.
Now he drops back to pass. Play action, looking deep, fires right side, incomplete, airmailed everybody.
Threw it well behind the receiver.
Who's number 1, PA?
Naylor.
That's Speedy Naylor.
Well behind the receiver.
I don't need him. I'm only 43.
That's unbelievable.
Wow, PA wanted to give me
Wow.
the binoculars. Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get. Now, if it's third
So
and
now
11,
it's third and long.
So do we punt on fourth down, or do we get an extra down?
We probably punt, but let's see what Flo's got cooking here.
Let's see here. I hope he's got something big. You know what? I'm going to guess this is going to be a check down just to get rid of the ball.
Now Kevin O'Connell, the play clock is running down because O'Connell won't stop talking to JJ.
That didn't look like a very good throw.
Now he gets it. Now they are in the huddle on third down.
Here we go. Is it still JJ?
It's still JJ.
Sure?
Max Brosmer has not gone in there. So now they're in the shotgun on third and long. Looks like they reset the sticks, though. I don't know why.
Or something. There we go.
Addison in motion. He'll miss the first 3 games. McCarthy drops back to pass, fires over the middle, through the hands of Addison, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted. I don't believe it.
We can't even complete a pass. What is going? That was not a well-thrown ball.
That wasn't layered.
That was that layered? I don't think it was layered at all.
A little too hot. PA wants it.
PA wants in. That did not look layered.
As Bursich would say, if the ball had been a spear, Jordan would have been dead.
Good point.
That's very, very true.
All right, let's break before it gets any worse.
Here's what we're going to do. We'll do the breaking news sounder if we ever see a pass completed.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
All right.
Back in just a minute here on the fan.
Gatorade Zero, the #1 proven electrolyte blend, made with 0 sugar. Designed to hydrate better than water so you can lose more sweat and push more limits. Gatorade Zero, is it in you?